We're on our way to Lewes for one of our neighbours who's got a family member on the wall at Lewes Memorial, but on the way we've decided to stop off at Vimy Ridge, which is the big Canadian memorial. I've been here a few times. The woods are full of craters. They've got the fences up. You can't walk in there because the chances are you're going to get blown up. There's loads of unexploded ordnance in there, but all the trenches are still intact. And there's so many craters and shell holes, but this is I don't know if you can see that on the GoPro actually, but there's the memorial. Looks like it's having some work done. They've got a crane up it at the minute. We'll have a walk up in a bit and I'll show you a bit more detail, but it's magnificent. It's a fantastic memorial. It's probably one of the most impressive I've seen, I think. As you can see, all the undulations in the grass, all the different shell holes. This was peppered, this was. Canadians lost a lot of men. So this is their main memorial on the Somme.
Right, yeah, this is the Canadian memorial at Vimy Ridge, and it's spectacular. Around the front, there is Mother Canada looking down on an unknown soldier's tomb. I'll try and get that footage. At the moment, apparently they're just looking at the integrity of the structure, but so they're learning lessons from what they did in 2005, 2007 when it needed repairing. So now they're just doing maintenance to make sure everything's intact, so there's no work needed. They're not actually doing cleaning or repairs. It's just a maintenance check. But we will try and get around. But to say, some of the lads on this memorial, believe it or not, are actually from Warsaw in the West Mids. A mate of mine, his family members, they all emigrated to Canada in about 1910, and sadly when the war broke out they actually ended up back here fighting under the Canadian flag, under the Commonwealth, back in France, and sadly they all got killed. And there's definitely one's name on the monument here, but a lot of people think, you know, they're all Canadian, but the guy Donovan, he's just told us, he says over half of their war dead came from the UK. So there's a lot of English guys on here as well. It's not all Canadian, but they were fighting under the Canadian flag because they'd emigrated there. I'll do a bit more in a bit. Yeah, there's thousands of names on here. As I say, most of these are actually Brits. Obviously majority are Canadian, all killed. If your name's on the wall, just for those who don't understand how this works, it means you're either in an unmarked grave or they've never found you. So I'm not sure how many names are on this memorial, but Thiepval, which is the British one, is the biggest one. 73,000 names on that one of soldiers who are missing in action or in unmarked graves. Then we've got Tyne Cot, which has got 12,500 names. Sorry, 12,500 graves and 35,000 names on the wall there. You've got the Menin Gate in Ypres. That's got 54,000 names on. These are all soldiers who've never been found or in graves which state just known unto God. The known unto God bit came from Rudyard Kipling, who was part of the War Graves Commission, and he was he had friends in high places at the time, and his son Jack went missing in Lewes, where we're heading to shortly. There is some argument that I did find his body, but there was another Jack Kipling in the Irish, I think it was the Irish Guards he was in. So, but his name's on the wall at Lewes. So all the names you see on the walls, as I say, it's very sad, but they've got no known resting place or never been found.
I've got to pick this out. H. Woodall, same surname as me. Not sure if that's a relative, I doubt it, but just spotted it, so I thought I'd film it. Okay, coming up to the lower part is open, so I am allowed up here. This statue here has got to be a good 9 feet tall.
She's known as Mother Canada, and fantastic statue. And she's looking down on a tomb down there of the unknown soldier. But I'm going to walk down below, show you a little bit more. So from what I understand, Mother Canada represents all the mothers in Canada who lost their loved ones, husbands, brothers, sons, cousins. And there's the tomb that she's looking down on and weeping over. It's quite poignant. Magnificent monument, and it can be seen from miles around. Imagine, it's very high up where we are. Yeah, they're right at the top now. Yeah. The word has it, if this was built between the two world wars, and when the Second World War started, Hitler was told about this monument, and that they begged him not to smash it up, not to get the Luftwaffe or anyone else to damage it. So much so he wanted to see what all the fuss was about. He actually came here himself, allegedly, and looks at it and says, yeah, and he promised not to damage it in any way whatsoever. And he did actually stick to his word, despite being a lunatic. There's a sign there, you can't read it. I was going to try and zoom in, but it says danger, no entry, undetonated explosives, and it is surrounded. As you can see, they've got the fence in. Rightly or wrongly, they do have the sheep. They have sheep in here to keep the grass down. I think they're so worried about the sheep getting blown up, but yeah, this place is surrounded by shell holes, craters, and unexploded ordnance, really. Dangerous place in the woods. Might be difficult to see on the GoPro, but these zigzags through here, they're the trenches. They had the zigzags in because if a shell or grenade landed in a trench, if it was a straight line, it'd go travel down the length of the trench, but the zigzags used to stop the blast getting so far down from shell strikes, grenades, flamethrowers, and this place is littered with old trenches and so many shell holes. Very interesting. Over the back, over there is they've done some mock-up trenches of what they would have been like. I've got some photos from years ago on there. I'll try and get these onto the footage, save me going all the way back over there. I'll get some footage and some photographs and stick them on the video.